Well, hello again everyone. I'm going to have another go at getting this e-bike working. There were a few suggestions from the last video. They mainly centered really around three things. One was cleaning up the contacts, checking any connections and cleaning it, and checking for broken wires, and there's a lot of suspicion around the controller. So I'm going to start by taking the cover off to expose those connections again. So there's basically just three connector plugs there that can be cleaned up. This is the one to the speed sensor. I'm guessing this one looks like it might go to the battery maybe? Or maybe this one does. Don't really know. It's kind of hard to see without taking the motor out. But we'll start by trying to take them apart and clean them up. Not that easy to take apart, and they've gone quite brittle with age. So we'll have to take that a little bit steady. Right, so just put that cover back on loosely, and we've got power up at the controller, but we had that before. But now it's showing that the battery is empty. It's not picking up any battery, weirdly. Well, that's interesting, because this battery was showing full last time I was fiddling about. Now it's showing pretty much nearly empty, and yeah, that's really weird, isn't it? Well, I'm going to go and charge this battery up to see if that makes any difference. Right, so I've got this on charging now, and you can see there is only one little red light flashing, which indicates that the battery was pretty flat. But when I checked it before, it definitely was fully charged, and it was showing fully charged on the controller. But if you remember, on our night and mount video where this problem first occurred, I didn't have the key to take the battery off the bike, and I plugged the charger straight into the bike rather than through the stand. And it's the first time I've ever done that, and I wonder if that has been part of the problem. Well, it's the next day, and as you can see, we've got all the red lights up on the battery again, and the green light on the charger. So pretty sure this time that battery is fully charged. So let's put it back on the bike and give it a go. Oh, it didn't register any speed when I just pushed it, but let's give it a proper ride and see what happens. No, I'm afraid still getting no power. Well, a few folks mentioned checking the wires, and the wires run down in the frame. This is the wire to the light, and this one comes from the controller. I've got another wire coming from the controller into the gizmo on the handlebars. You just turn it on and off and change the power modes on that, and all these wires seem in pretty good order. And the controller itself is totally sealed. It doesn't look like you can get into it at all. There's no screws or nuts or fixings of any kind other than the fixing that holds it to the handlebars. So there you go. I am at a bit of a loss with this, and don't really know what to check next. I guess I had a quick chat with George on the phone yesterday, and he mentioned that there's a ring sensor in the crank, and I have seen diagrams of that, so maybe that is the problem. But I would have thought it would still register speed when you push it along, because it certainly used to, even with the crank not moving. So I'm still suspicious that that is the nature of the problem, and it could be the controller. I know David from the Desmond's Donders channel was quite keen on the idea that it's the controller, but it doesn't seem anything that I can check or do with that. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you reckon the next step should be. But isn't it also weird that that battery seemed to lose all its charge without really doing anything? I say, I'm pretty sure that was full before, and then it was completely empty. And yeah, that maybe indicates there's some sort of short on it somewhere, but nothing's getting hot or anything like that. So yeah, that's all a bit confusing. I'm going to take that battery off the bike though before I put it away, just in case. Well, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Give the like button a press. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more.